Barcelona well on top of the table in La Liga's standings. However, Atleti are breathing down Real Madrid's necks for second place. They have been on a great run of form since their return from the World Cup break. Rodrigo Fayez spoke to Antoine Griezmann earlier in the week about going back to Barcelona.
Al final fue mi estadio durante 2 años, un año donde era muy complicado porque era nueva posición, nuevo vestuario, nuevo juego, mucho más de posesión, de movimientos que había que hacer, un poco como la Real Sociedad porque jugaba de extremo izquierdo, entonces era aprender, coger todo eso y al final el segundo año fue mucho mejor en todo y al final eso va a ser algo especial pero con otra camiseta y ojalá podamos ganar.
Jules, he definitely seems to be back to the Griezmann that we knew before he went to Barcelona right now.
Yeah, he feels happy. I mean, he is happy. The numbers are there as well, especially after the World Cup. I mean, he's been even more efficient. He started well, and the first half of the season was okay. But since the end of the World Cup and the turn of the year, he's been really good. I think he's got 12. I checked before the show, 12 goals involvement in the last 18 games now in all competitions for Atletico, and he's clearly the main guy, which is what I think is very important for him, which he was never at Barcelona and was never going to be, but which is the case now at Atletico Madrid with El Cholo Simeone, of course, with the way the team is structured and the way that team is built. That's what makes him happy, and there's a really good momentum for that team right now, and Griezmann at the heart of it, and he's great, and I think the World Cup had that kind of positive boost on him as well, as the fact that he's back really where he should have never left and where he belongs.
What do you think, Stewart? Back to the best version of himself?
Absolutely, and we go back to our point about being happy at clubs, and Antoine Griezmann is happy at the moment at Atletico Madrid. He's playing in a role that suits him. He's playing just off the main striker. He can go where he wants on the field to affect the game, and he looks to have got his confidence back. He looks a yard quicker, and he looks very happy, and he's formed a good partnership with the likes of Morata and the players that are playing in and around him. It's been a top-class performance for him this season, as it was in the World Cup.
Stevie, he actually said that the poor Champions League campaign affected Atleti in La Liga. Can that happen?
Yeah. No, definitely. You know, if you're not performing as individuals and you're certainly not performing as a team, which they weren't, then everybody's looking around to where's the answers coming from. And that's something you've got to give credit to Simeone. I'm not a great lover of Simeone, as you know, but I think you've got to give him credit because when the players are looking for an answer, because they've lost the plot, and he's come up with the answer, you've got to give him credit. So it's a little bit of a lot of things, but definitely a lot of it's down to the manager.
OK, as for Barcelona, though, Stewart, not in the best form right now. Players missing.
Yeah, absolutely. They've gone off the boil slightly. They're not playing the fluid football that they were earlier on in the season. I think if you look back at the game, I think it was January the 8th when they went to Atletico Madrid and they dominated the first 20 minutes, went 1-0 up, and Atleti were playing that defensive game plan and too deep, weren't pressing the ball. And then the game changed after 20 minutes and Atletico Madrid started to press the ball higher up the field. They were more aggressive. They played at a higher tempo. It caused Barcelona problems. And lots of teams have caused Barcelona slight problems when they have played at that higher tempo and not given them easy possession because they haven't been quite so fluent. So I think it's going to be a tough game. I think Atleti could cause them a problem or two.
Everyone's going for a draw in this game except for one person who has to be different, and that's Shaka Hislop.
Well, you would have to look at my power rankings for an explanation as to why I have Atletico Madrid over Barcelona. Listen, given the former Atletico Madrid have been in 13-match unbeaten streak, I think the graphic was saying that dates back to the first week of January. And Barca just in awful form. After winning at the Bernabeu in the Copa del Rey, conceded 4 and didn't score then, didn't score in the 2 goals since. I just feel this is a Barcelona team that, but for that huge lead at the top of La Liga, would probably be capitulating even further. Right now, I just don't think anybody within Barca has the answers. Certainly not against a team who are in form and playing with the confidence of Atletico Madrid. and a lot of their football, particularly lately, hasn't felt typical Diego Simeone-esque, shall we say. They have been kind of open, free-flowing. They've been scoring goals. It at times has been a joy to watch. I think just coming into this right now, Atleti as good as we've seen them for some time, Barca as bad as we've seen them certainly this season.
Jules, given Barcelona's points advantage at the top of the table in La Liga, would it be a problem for them to lose this game against Atleti? What would that mean?
Well, it would mean a fourth game in a row without a win, which for a club like Barcelona that rarely happens, and it's just not good. On top of everything that's going on around, outside of the pitch, around the club, with the Negreira case, of course, with the Leo Messi rumours, is he coming back, is he not coming back, all of that. I just think it would be terrible, and yeah, of course, they will, even if they hobble up, they will win the league. But I don't think it would be good. It's 3 games in a row where they don't score, and it's 3 games where, if you look at the expected goals and what they created, it's not that great, actually. They haven't really played that well. They haven't really been inspired. They're struggling, and I think there've been big players missing, of course, and I think Xavi doesn't have the biggest of squads. But still, it's been very disappointing, and you lose again to another big team, and it will feel like, I guess the atmosphere will be really gloomy.
So it is Barcelona against Atleti coming up in La Liga this weekend on ESPN+.
Well, thank you very much for watching ESPN on YouTube. For more sports highlights and analysis, be sure to download the ESPN app. And for live streaming, premium content, and let's not forget as well, ESPN FC 7 days a week. Subscribe to ESPN+.